CloudDB, shaping your new normal.
Welcome everyone to the 2021 APEC Groundbreakers Virtual Tour by Apaco UC. This year our event will be the biggest one ever done with 144 sessions, including normal sessions, workshops, and hands-on labs from 100 different speakers over 17 days. Also, it will cover sessions in 4 different languages. Please remember to register to as many sessions as you can. I would like to say thank you to our Oracle user groups and Java user groups that made this event possible, and also to our sponsors, Oracle Groundbreakers, and our main sponsor, CloudDB. Now for today's session, Oracle Blockchain with Smart Contracts in the Cloud by Fahd Mirza. Please feel free to write questions at any time during the session at the chat tab of the live webinar, and the speaker will be answering them at the end of the session. If there is any issues during the presentation, please feel free to contact me using the same chat window, and I will try to help you the best I can. Now, without any more delays, I would like to leave you with this amazing session by Fahd Mirza.
Hello, I welcome you to my talk on Oracle Blockchain with Smart Contracts in Cloud, and I really thank the organizers for this fantastic opportunity. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Fahd Mirza, and I am a cloud engineer with focus on infrastructure and DevOps in the cloud. Almost 6 years ago, I was working as a pure Oracle DBA and then transitioned to a cloud engineer while migrating databases of every flavor to Oracle, AWS, and Google Clouds. Before I move on to the real topic of Oracle blockchain platform, let's have a word on crypto, blockchain, etc. Few years back, when I first heard the term cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, blockchain, Ether, Hodling, Oracles, Dogecoin, all with photos of gold coins, sovereign currencies, chips, etc. It all seemed like right out of some Las Vegas movie where people were gambling away. These flashy images are still there, but blockchain technology has come a long way. So, what exactly is a blockchain? The blockchain is the future. It's a new kid in the town. It hasn't really appeared yesterday, but here for the last decade or so. Recently, it has gained lots of traction and attention. So much so that corporations like Oracle and many cloud vendors are offering blockchain services. A blockchain is a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer systems on the blockchain. In other words, blockchain is a shared immutable ledger that facilitates the process of recording transactions and tracking assets in a business network. So why blockchain? Blockchain is sometimes called as a trustless network, not just because business partners don't trust each other, but because they don't have to. This trust is built on blockchain's enhanced security, greater transparency, and instant traceability. Beyond matters of trust, blockchain delivers even more business benefits, including the cost savings from increased speed, efficiency, and automation. By greatly reducing paperwork and errors, blockchain significantly reduces overhead and transaction costs. It also reduces or eliminates the need for third party or middlemen to verify the transactions. These are some of the benefits of blockchain: enhanced security, greater transparency, instant traceability, efficiency, and automation. When it comes to enhanced security, your data is sensitive and crucial, we all know, and blockchain can significantly change how your critical information is viewed. By creating a record that can't be altered, and is encrypted end-to-end. Blockchain helps prevent fraud and unauthorized activity. Greater transparency. So without blockchain, each organization has to keep a separate database. Because blockchain uses a distributed ledger, transactions and data are recorded identically in multiple locations. All network participants with permissioned access see the same information at the same time, providing full transparency. In terms of instance traceability, blockchain creates an audit trail that documents the provenance of an asset at every step on its journey. In industries where consumers are concerned about environmental or human rights issues surrounding a product or service, or an industry troubled by counterfeiting and fraud, this helps greatly providing the proof. For efficiency and speed, traditional paper-heavy processes are time-consuming. We all know that. They are prone to human error and often require third-party mediation. By streamlining these processes with blockchains, transactions can be completed faster and more efficiently. When it comes to automation, the transactions can even be automated with smart contracts, which increase your efficiency and speed the process even further. Once pre-specified conditions are met, the next step in transaction or process is automatically triggered. Smart contracts reduce human intervention as well as reliance on third parties to verify the terms of a contract have been met. So we have been mentioning the word smart contract quite a bit. What exactly is that? Smart contract are simply the programs that are stored on the blockchain that run when predetermined conditions are met. They typically are used to automate the execution of an agreement so that all the participants can be immediately certain of the outcome without any intermediaries involvement or time loss. They can also automate a workflow, triggering the next action when conditions are satisfied. These are few of the Oracle's blockchain offerings, which include blockchain platform, um, blockchain platforms enterprise edition, intelligent track and trace, and crypto secure data management. Let's quickly go through them one by one. Oracle's blockchain platform is a platform as a service offering within the application development PaaS category. Oracle Blockchain Platform is a platform which customers and partners can use to create permission blockchain networks for private or consortia models. Oracle Blockchain Platform provides the enabling distributed ledger technology and related capabilities for building blockchain applications and business networks. Oracle Blockchain Platform Console helps you monitor the blockchain network and perform day-to-day administrative tasks. When you provision your Oracle blockchain platform instance, all of the capabilities you need to begin work on your blockchain network were added to the console already. You can use the console to perform tasks such as managing nodes, configuring network channels and policies, and deploying and instantiating the chain codes. And we'll be looking at chain codes in more detail later on. You can also monitor and troubleshoot the network, view node status, view ledger blocks, and find and view the log files. So now let's have a look at Oracle Blockchain Platform Service Instance. Each service instance has all the components necessary to create a member organization with one or more validating nodes, which are also called as peer nodes. They also include an ordering service plus a REST proxy and an operations console. Instances can also be created that do not include their ordering service in order to join a network that already includes an instance with an ordering service. A blockchain network would include multiple instances, one of which has an ordering service and is identified as a founder. A single Oracle blockchain platform instance include high availability configured VMs to run membership service, peer nodes, ordering service, again REST proxies, and so on. Chain code execution containers are created dynamically when chain codes are deployed. A whopping 2 terabytes of local storage is included for the blocks, world state, and history databases, plus all the configuration data. One of my favorite feature is Hyperledger, which is related to the blockchain. Hyperledger is an open source collaborative effort created to advance cross industry blockchain technologies. It is a universal and global collaboration focused on business blockchain frameworks hosted by the Linux Foundation, including leaders in finance, banking, IoT, supply chain, manufacturing, and technology stakeholders. Oracle blockchain platform is based on Hyperledger Fabric with a number of enhancements for greater resilience, performance, scalability, security, manageability, enterprise integration, etc. It is deeply integrated with foundational service in Oracle Cloud and provides additional capabilities such as a REST proxy for synchronous transactions, a massive configuration operations console, administration, and monitoring capabilities. It also maintains compatibility with Hyperledger Fabric at the protocol and API level. Oracle offers an easier way to adopt blockchain and transform your enterprise with the industry's most comprehensive and enterprise-grade blockchain platform. Oracle Blockchain Platform securely extends your business processes and applications while enabling you to process business transactions much faster. Oracle Blockchain Platform Enterprise Edition provides an independent, installable version of Oracle Blockchain Platform built on Docker containers and delivered as a pre-built VM image for multiple virtualization options. Intelligent track and trace enables you to gain transparency, trust, and multi-tier visibility. It actually records transactions from multiple sources to provide you track and trace reporting in a purpose-built application with built-in connections to Oracle supply chain products and also a seamless, easy integration to third-party applications. It also makes it easy to operationalize for trust, which means that it records non-disputable transactions from respective partners. It also displays tracking history with drill downs of business documents securely committed to a distributed ledger. Business rules can also be added to automate with smart contracts. It gives us fast results at a very low cost and it also reduces the risks. We can apply blockchain technology in a pre-built SaaS application to accelerate business processes with less cost and risk. It also facilitates inter and intra enterprise and provides visibility into business partner by a founder who defines the business transaction flows. An item can be tracked, traced, and monitored right down to its serial number. What is Oracle Database Crypto Secure Data Management? It basically comprises of various things like immutable tables, blockchain tables, and user data signing, and few other things. Immutable tables, with an immutable table, it is possible to insert new data, but existing data cannot be changed or deleted by anyone using the database. Even the database administrators, it is not possible. It is also impossible to change an immutable table's definition or convert it into an updatable table. However, an immutable table appears like any other table in the database from an application's point of view. It can store both relational data and JSON documents, and it can be indexed or partitioned or used as a basis of a view. Now, what is blockchain tables? To protect against illicit changes made by hackers, Oracle has introduced this groundbreaking blockchain table. Blockchain tables are immutable tables that organize rows into several chains. Each row, except the first row in the table, is chained to the previous row via cryptographic digest or hash. The hash is automatically calculated on insert based on that row's data and the hash value of the previous row in the chain. Timestamps are also recorded for each row on insertion. End user data signing, well, even with immutable or blockchain tables, data can be falsely inserted in an end user's name by someone using stolen credentials. To address this vulnerability, Oracle allows end user to cryptographically sign the data they insert using their private key that is never passed to the database. Each end user registers a digital certificate containing their public key with the database. Even with cryptographically chained rules, sophisticated cyber criminals or authorities could illicitly change data via large scale cover up where the entire database is replaced. To detect such a cover up, Oracle enables schema owners to sign and distribute the cryptographic digest for a blockchain table periodically. The great thing is that both immutable and blockchain tables are free features of the Oracle database. No additional licenses or software is needed to take advantage of these new table types, which are completely transparent to all and new existing applications. Okay, let's get to what all the fuss about smart contracts. When it comes to Oracle's smart contracts in blockchain, there are various things to look at. Blockchain app builder, business logic, endorsement policies, and then event notifications and triggers. Blockchain app builder, and we'll get to it in way more detail later on. It is a low code dev test environment supporting scaffolding, local testing, and automated deployment of smart contracts. It can automatically generate smart contracts from declarative specs and aids in the development, testing, deployment. And later on, we will look at a sample spec file too. The blockchain app builder also provides tokenization support with auto generation of chain codes for full token lifecycle. As far as business logic is concerned, we can create smart contracts for real-time business-to-business transactions or to validate matching purchase orders, invoices, and shipping information prior to payment. And these are just few of the examples. It also exposes through REST API gateway or can be invoked via client software development kit. We can define an endorsement policy specifying the number of required signatures and specific organizations whose endorsements you require. We can also automate manual tasks and synchronize with system of records by posting custom events from Chaincode to trigger back office updates or downstream actions. Sometimes smart contracts and chain codes are used interchangeably in Oracle blockchain platform. A chain code is written in Go, Node.js, or Java and then packaged into a zip file that is installed on the Oracle blockchain platform network. Chain code defines the data schema in the ledger, initialize it, perform updates from triggered by applications, and respond to queries. Chain codes can also post events that allow applications to be notified and perform downstream operations. For example, after purchase orders, invoices, and delivery records have been matched by a chain code, it can post an event so that a subscribing application can process related payments and update an internal ERP system. Just to appreciate the beauty of ease of Oracle blockchain table, let's have a look at this syntax, in this code, we are creating the blockchain table named myledger that will maintain a tamper-resistant ledger of current and historical transactions in the database. Rows can never be deleted in the myledger blockchain table, and the blockchain table can be dropped only after 30 days of inactivity. And if you look at this syntax, it looks so familiar. You can also verify the attribute set for blockchain table in the appropriate data dictionary view, such as in this example, we are looking at user blockchain tables and we are gathering information like row retention locked, and hash algorithm, and so on. Now, how can we build smart contracts in the Oracle blockchain platform? The Blockchain App Builder or BAP is designed to simplify and speed up the development of smart contracts for the Oracle blockchain platform, which is a production ready, pre assembled enterprise blockchain platform based on the Linux Foundation's open source project Hyperledger Fabric. With the deprecation of Hyperledger Composer project, developers lacked blockchain development tooling to assist them in creating blockchain-based applications, particularly the actual chain code, as smart contracts are known in the Oracle blockchain platform sometimes, that maps the ledger data model and handles the business logic. While Composer made it easy to quickly develop and test smart contracts, it had some significant limitations. The goal of this new tooling is to help accelerate the development of blockchain applications while still providing the flexibility to use the Oracle blockchain platform to its fullest potential. So, blockchain app builder is a real groundbreaking technology, I would say. Developing smart contracts for use in a blockchain applications can be complicated and difficult. A smart contract executes in its own Docker container, making deploying, debugging, and testing more challenging. It needs to execute the same way across multiple nodes to ensure consistent results, and it relies on specific shim APIs to retrieve and persist the data. To simplify the development of smart contracts, the blockchain app builder includes a set of tools that aid in things like creating smart contract projects, including scaffolding a project based on specification file, and automating deployment of local Hyperledger Fabric network. It also helps in generating smart contract CRUD, and CRUD stands for create, read, update, delete methods in Golang and TypeScript. And TypeScript is just a variant of JavaScript. And it also is based upon a specification file that defines the data model and validation rules for one or more assets, with the ability to then extend the generated method with custom logic. This also helps in deploying those smart contracts to a local blockchain network or remote Oracle blockchain platform, either cloud-based PaaS or an on-premises enterprise edition. Testing and debugging the smart contract with line-by-line debugging support in Visual Studio Code, including easy testing of rich queries against the state DB. It also helps in packaging the smart contract for production deployment into an Oracle blockchain platform network and all the subsequent chain code lifestyle operations like installation, instantiating, and upgrade. This PAP also enables us to have automatic regeneration of chain code on specification updates to enable rapid turnaround for any change or fixes. So, how can we get the blockchain app builder? The steps are easy. All you need to do is to provision a new blockchain platform instance in a Oracle Cloud using OCI menu. And once the instance is ready, bring up the console and navigate to the Developer Tools tab. Under this tab, the Blockchain App Builder page describes its features and provides download links for the CLI and VS Code extension, for which you need to install VS Code itself, of course. It also provides you two sample spec files, which are also included in the downloads which you just did. The tools currently provide two kinds of user interfaces. The one is the CLI and the other one is a VS Code extension. A command line interface or CLI can be used to perform the the functions and automate the CD pipeline. It also helps in creating, generating, and deploying the smart contracts. The extension for VS Code is there to provide an interactive development environment customized for developing smart contracts, and I highly recommend this. Okay, let's have a quick look at how the basic and fundamental flow works for developing a smart contract. The basic flow for developing a smart contract with the tools which I just described previously are quite intuitive. First, you create a specification file or a spec file that describes the assets or objects being maintained in the blockchain ledger. And I will be showing you an example spec file very shortly. This specification file is then used to scaffold a smart contract project and generate source code for models and controllers for the assets specified in the file. The specification file allows defining the properties of the assets and any validation requirements for the properties. This results in a model file, which contains the property definitions of all the assets defined in the specification file, and a controller file, which defines all the behavior or methods for those assets. A specification file allows defining additional custom methods that the user needs to implement in order to provide the business logic of the smart contract. Even before those custom methods are implemented, the user can deploy and test the generated chain code with the CRUD method that were generated automatically and which we mentioned previously. So this is the specification file which we have been discussing, and if you look at it, it's very intuitive, very simple, the very familiar YAML language. You can also use a JSON. The starting point for creating a smart contract is to define the information that will be stored in the ledger. This is done via YAML or JSON file in a spec file or a specification file as listed by this simple example. All this example is doing is giving us a specification file that defines the properties for an asset we call book, which includes stuff like ISBN, the make, the author, and the uh, title and the publisher. For each property, the type of the property is given. Notice that for ISBN, two additional attributes are defined for the property. Mandatory, which indicates that ISBN must be specified and cannot be left empty. And ID is indicating that ISBN is used as a key or ID for that book. A specification file can define multiple assets, and an additional attributes of the properties are available to define things like validation rules to apply when the value of the property is provided. Now, in order to automatically doing the code generation from declarative specification, you can use this Ochain Init command. And this is used to create a chain code project when using the blockchain app builder CLI. And all you need to do is to scaffold a chain code project from a detailed spec file, which for which the example was shown earlier. Blockchain app builder's init command initializes and scaffolds a chain code project right out of the box for you. Based on simple input, the init command can generate complex chain code projects with features such as multiple assets, auto-generate CRUD, automatic validation of the parameters, marshalling of arguments, and then transparent persistence capability, and so on. Given the smart contract specification file, we can also use the Ochain Init command to scaffold a smart contract project in a very easy or a scheduled way. The generated model and controller files are located in your project home source directory. At this point, we have a ready to run, ready to test smart contract. Now you can use the Oracle blockchain app builder to run and test the smart contract and extend it to add custom functions as per your business requirement. Blockchain functionality is a most straightforward way to ensure that data critical to accounting and reporting is kept in its original state, free of modification or corruption. This is the key for a number of regulated industries, including financial services and healthcare and so on. Oracle blockchain offering are the best option for Oracle database users who want to integrate blockchain functionality into their applications. And I would like to finish off by saying that blockchain is the future and Oracle is leading it. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I just got a few questions from Italo, and I just was responding to him just to show him some of the answers. Yes, the blockchain platform option is inside the Oracle Cloud OCI in the developer sections. You can come to developer sections, and then you have the blockchain platform right here. Also, as I mentioned to him, this is the blog that I link that I share with you. This is basically talk about multi-cloud and hybrid blockchain networks. That's when you want to go with third-party cloud providers such as AWS, Azure, and so on, and how you can integrate the Oracle blockchain with the other ones. Also, here is the documentation for how to get started with Oracle blockchain. And this is something that's good also to take a look and to play around with the Oracle blockchain. And saying that, if you have any questions, please feel free to post in the chat. Fantastic. All right, Italo, thank you so much for writing. I saw your message early this morning on LinkedIn. I will reply a little bit later. Just being crazy starting the early morning with the sessions here in Australia. And thank you so much, everyone, for assisting. Please enroll to as many sections you wanted, and take a look later in the next couple of days for the replace options in your personal agenda in the attending tab of your page. Please take care, be safe, and we will hopefully to see each other soon in face-to-face events. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day or night, depending where you are around the world. Bye-bye.
CloudDB, shaping your new normal.